Hey, it's Edison. Hey, I'm tired. Hey, it's Edison.
I'm DC.
And welcome to Founder Act. We're back on board with KinnPorsche episode 12. Thank you everyone for joining us again. Last week we got the start of Vegas and V. Honestly, I thought I would get more negative comments than we got. It was actually quite light on the negative comments just because I ragged on Vegas being pathetic, and I was like, "You doing all this evil stuff to please daddy?" I don't know. I don't know if it's the character or the writing, but I'm just kind of like, eh. It's just not a fun motivation, and it really reduces its villainous. Last week, it was an interesting analysis of Pete and Vegas, just because I think until you said something, I was very in the mindset of, oh yeah, this could be romantic if Pete could save and salvage Vegas. And then I think it never really occurred to me that that was one of the things in life that narratives and people and media perpetuate, is that you can help or save someone if you just understand them or love them. And people are just like, oh, Vegas just needs kindness, just needs someone to understand them, just needs someone to treat them like a human, because they've never had that in their life. But I feel like, yeah, maybe it is a bit naive to just kind of go, if you're nice to someone, if you understand them, if you listen to them, or if you have a similar shared past or empathize with them, then they'll be a good person, because all they're missing is that. But what you said made a lot of sense. I think just because we just do need to be mindful and aware of things that we perpetuate. And I didn't really make a fuss out of it, just because to me it wasn't obvious in the same way romanticizing sexual assault is obvious. But this is just another thing I think it's good to raise. It makes sense that if we do say you can save someone through love when in essence you can't in real life, and then if you try in real life and it encourages you to stay in those toxic relationships because you feel like you just need to work on it, sends a message that maybe your love isn't strong enough or worthy enough because you haven't been succeeding. So I think we do need to acknowledge incorrect these sorts of situations are. One of the things a friend told me about these sexual assault narratives is it's not often, well, they were pretty much like, nobody who has been through assault would have written that situation, or no one who's ever been in that situation would have written that situation. And got me thinking, maybe that's true. Maybe that, maybe the writers are just continuing on certain tropes and certain media things. And I think that's something to keep in mind.
Yeah, just because I've been in that situation, I just think it's very dangerous, and it's also a continuing thing about, oh, I just love them and they'll be all right. And it's like, no, you need something besides love to heal deep, situational, rooted trauma. It's not just like all of a sudden you're all over it. No, I can go into trauma and all this other kind of stuff, but I'm going to keep this short. But I know this was going to be the toxic relationship, and this is going to be toxicity romanticized. And I really think that people who love this relationship are also the ones who love the Joker Harley Quinn relationship. Oh, that was a great love. No, that was abuse. Like, that relationship, Joker and Harley Quinn, is abuse. It's an abusive relationship, which is why later on she left them after realizing she was going through psychological and physical abuse. That's not romanticized. I don't know where they're going to go from here, but it's really problematic when you start romanticizing abuse. Then people will start saying out there, but okay, you know what? This is what love is supposed to be like. This is what relationships are supposed to be like. So it's you have to be cognizant of that. But also, I don't know where they're going to go from here. So they got a couple of more episodes. So who knows? Gowns, beautiful gowns, gowns, beautiful gowns.
What's that? Is that a saying? What is it from? I assume the source material was so different that they've tried to soften it through romance, but it's just kind of seeing problematic things through a romantic lens, which I think is the result. Yeah, I don't know. So far, KinnPorsche, I think we just have high expectations, and
Halfway through, I stopped having high expectations.
I still
I
have
was
high
just like,
expectations.
I know you still have high expectations.
I'm like, someone's gonna
That's-
die and it'll be glorious. The last thing we left off with was Jeff finding out, Kim finding out that his dad has been covering Porsche's parents' death. So that's the last interesting mystery we have left to uncover, and hopefully all chaos will ensue. I was very proud of Kim last episode when he kind of shut off his feelings and was like, bye Porsche. I know some watchers hated Kim for breaking Porsche's heart, but I'm like, it's a mafia show. Like, people's hearts are gonna get...
Well, how are you gonna say it's a mafia show that on that? Oh my god! Like everybody else is saying it's a mafia show with everything
But I'm
else. You're like, no,
No, I'm joking.
this is real mafia.
Like, it's just, that's how you do it. That's how you shut off your... I think I respect people who can think above their emotions and choose what's best for them.
So just everybody plays a guitar. Nobody plays like an oboe or a tuba or a baritone.
No, if you want to be a pop star, you start with guitars. He's heartbroken. Oh, baby. Does Porsche even know that he's heartbroken?
That doesn't want to see you crying.
He's such a baby. Oh no. I really can't imagine it with Kim. Kim, the ruthless, cold, calculating. Kim is more mature than Kin. Like, that's how I feel. Wait, what? Does he not want to get into this university? Because of Kim? Has Paul done anything in this show?
Yes, gotten a massage.
Great, good on you, Paul. His arm. The best bodyguard. Okay, but he's being muddied by being pulled into Porsche shenanigans. Oh no.
Maybe he's out getting you a present.
Oh my god. Distrust is just really annoying. Jealousy is not cute. Oh, but this is the interesting plot point here. He should recognize.
นักลงทุนของมึงเนี่ยเอาเงินมาลงทุนในบ่อนกู
คุณคินตอนที่ขอร้องให้ผมช่วยเรื่องไอ้พอร์ต
Wait, he asked?
พวกผมตีบทกันกระจุยกระจายคุณมันต้องยอมมาทำงานให้ผม
Ooh.
How things are getting juicy.
คงคิดดีแล้วกล้าพูดแบบนี้กับกู
When Ken originally asked Porsche for him to be his bodyguard after that, and Ken said no, he set up the whole thing with his uncle in the club, and so that he would have to owe him a whole bunch of money, and then come work for him. He's been pulling the strings the whole time.
Yeah, props to ya mama. Like, that's given me so much respect for Kin, I think.
Wow. And then he's like, okay, yeah, we'll give you the money. But like, was it even like really needed? He was like paying himself. So this whole time, the whole Ken family has been pulling their strings.
I don't know if the uncle got into debt with the club.
He got into debt in the club, but I think it was kind of manufactured to even more.
Yeah.
So that he wouldn't have anywhere else to go for that amount of debt. So I think they kind of ran it up. They ran up the bills and stuff like that to make it even more.
I know I was really annoyed by Porsche's jealousy, but his tomfoolery, his bamboozling, his annoying stuff gets him information. And that's not a compliment on his abilities. It's just my annoyance at how the narration rewards tomfoolery, bamboozlingness.
Tomfoolery, yes. Yeah, why not? How else was he going to know?
I don't know. Honestly, there was no other way. It's just annoying that there isn't any other way for him to find that out.
Wake up. มึงกรุ๊ปเลือดอะไร AB
I don't know my blood type.
เลือด AB
What?
O
Ooh,
เขียนไว้ไง
positive. The universal blood type.
Oh, it means he can help everybody.
ยังบอกด้วยนะ สามารถไท ายนิสัยเจ้าของจากสัตว์เลี้ยงได้ด้วย
Oh, finally, the hedgehog is relevant.
คนเลี้ยงจึงมักเป็นคนที่ภายนอกดูแข็งกร้าวน่ากลัวแต่จริงๆแล้วข้างในเป็นคนอ่อนไหวใครอ่อนแอ
Okay.
อ่อนไหวเว้ยต้องการความรัก
He's like, you got me. I need love. I'm so lonely. I'm so broken. I'm lashing out. Nobody understands me. I'm just an emo little teenager. Okay, I shouldn't mock that far. Porsche, you gotta play it cool. You gotta pretend that you don't know. And then when he least suspects it, you spring it on him. Oh, but Porsche doesn't know how to play it cool. Porsche, what did you expect? It's a mafia show.
กูดูเหมือนคนโง่ไหมวะ คนที่รักกันเขาคงไม่มีวันโกหกกัน
Uh-oh.
แต่กูแม่งโคตรโง่เลยว่ะเสือกโดนมึงหลอกมาตั้งแต่ต้น
That's just one lie.
Whatever you do, Ken, don't volunteer information.
I feel like I should pull this stunt once in a while. You lied to me. And they're like, you know.
No.
And I'm like,
You know what I'm talking about.
you know what I'm talking about.
And then you let out the wrong thing.
And they're like, they say something else, and you're like, oh, he threatened your house. And he's like, that's the last thing. Okay. What do you want? He's following his dad's orders.
Maybe I was following orders at first, but now I'm following my heart.
แตะโลกเลยกูขอโทษ
Don't touch me. I'm really surprised that the dad's still alive.
Me too. I
I
thought
thought
he
he'd
would
be
die.
dead by now.
ไม่เป็นไรอ่ะ ให้เข้ามา
His death is definitely for the catalyst of Kin to do something. But what is it?
ระหว่างเรื่องที่หลอกให้แกมาทำงานบอดี้การ์ดกับเรื่องที่พ่อแม่แกถูกรถชน
Eh?
Oh,
He's just volunteering the breadcrumbs.
he giving the whole loaf.
รถชนพ่อแม่แกเนี่ยคือเพื่อนป้าเอง
Oh,
เปาว่าไงนะ
ป้าไม่เคยรู้เลย ว่าคนที่ถูกรถชนเนี่ยจะมีลูกเล็กๆ2 คน
Why you wouldn't go through such extreme measures to guilt
ฉันขอโท
for
ษ
guilt, right? Oh,
we remember this is like a different culture and stuff like that. So
or he's playing 4D chess. He's just saying this, but he means something else.
จากข้อมูลที่ได้มาเนี่ยทำให้ฉันรู้ว่าแกเนี่ยคือลูกของเหยื่อในคดีนั้น
Wait, that's it? That's all the flashbacks
ก็
for?
อยากจะชดใช้ความผิดด้วยการให้แกมาทำงานด้วย
That's how you want to repay him?
ได้ดูแลแกกับน้องบ้าง
You almost got him killed many times.
uh
So I know I said I had high expectations for this show, which is why I feel like I'm really hoping this isn't the real reason why Korn went to such lengths to recruit Porsche. Hopefully it's not just out of guilt, because the whole like chess metaphor and him saying something about a war at the start, I feel like this is definitely a cover up, and I'm hoping so. So those are my expectations. I hope there's a bigger reason why he thinks Porsche is important. And if there isn't, I'll be disappointed.
was it MJ said if you expect disappointment, you'll never be disappointed.
Maybe he was just trying to set his son up. I don't know. Nah, there's definitely
That
more.
would have been cooler.
There's
That would have been
definitely
cooler
more.
if he was been like, "Oh, I want to set you up. You know, you're gonna take over."
And hey, I'm gonna like use my mafia things to get your boyfriend. That would be darker. Is the hedgehog okay? Dude, Vegas, are you okay? Why is he just staring at it? Oh no, poor baby. Oh, it's so cute. Maybe Pete poisoned the hedgehog. Oh.
Oh god.
Is he just giving the hedgehog air?
Oh my god. Lee Pete. Oh god.
Or is this a test? No.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know what? Are you okay? What's going?
Like, fucking leave. like, this. Oh, no. Oh my God. Just fucking leave. Like, this is somebody who tortured you. And even when you're showing caringness, they're still like, they flipped out on you just then. And now, because he's sad about his pet dying, you're going to stay to take care of him? No. Just leave. Like, go. This is what I would tell anybody in an abusive relationship. Leave. Time to go. Leave. Don't stay. Don't stay hoping it gets better. Leave. So, I don't know.
When you said, you know, you wouldn't tell your friends to stay in this relationship, I thought that was really good advice. Like, if these characters were your friend, what would you tell them?
Leave.
Yeah.
Break up. Like peace, my friend. Go. Leave. Don't. Not your trauma, not your responsibility. That's his own trauma that he needs to deal with on his own. Period. And you have a chance to leave.
This is another one of those examples of how we keep telling people you should keep fighting for somebody, I guess. Maybe we should make
Fuck no.
that.
No, and I used to believe that, and I used to fight, and you can't fight for somebody who's also fighting you and also fighting to stay the same. No, leave. Bye-bye. Go. Leave. And it's not you destroying the relationship. The relationship was already destroyed to begin with.
There is the naive part of me still that is kind of just like, wow, Vegas is super, super sensitive. And even if it's Pete, he probably does need someone to be a friend or be there for him just because his life sucks. And this does show Pete's sacrificial strength of character and empathy. So I am like, wow, Pete is being painted really positively here.
Pete is being a martyr, and he's sacrificing, he's being a sacrificial person. And even you can be a monster and be a danger to people around you and still be sensitive. That doesn't negate all of the pain that he's actively causing this person. That doesn't wipe the slate clean. Oh, well, he's crying over a hedgehog, so, you know, it can't be that bad. All of the wounds that are on Pete, who caused them?
I think for me, I'm just trying to discern between reality and whether or not this... Look, people say, you know, fiction is fiction and it's not based in reality. Everything's like, this is a fantasy. But obviously, the things we watch, we think are based on some sort of reality. And so I'd like to think that people who have grown up in environments where that shaped them in a really negative way do have the opportunity to change or whatever if it's presented to them. I think as a person, if Vegas was real, I don't know how much I would fault him because his dad is very abusive. In comparison, like you could take people in religious cults, for example, and I'd be like, you just need the right catalyst for you to kind of get out of that. And I don't think if you are a religious fanatic, it makes you a bad person necessarily. It just means that you were in the wrong environment. So I don't know. I think I'm trying to just separate all these. I don't know how to read Vegas at this point. But I get that some people, you know, have like lines where they go, this makes them irredeemable. I don't know. I just don't know where I put my line. DC. No,
I don't agree with that at all.
That's fine.
I no, there's none of that. And you're going to tell a person to stay until maybe they get better?
No.
People have died in those relationships.
I'm not telling Pete to stay at all. I just want Vegas to be helped one way or another. I wouldn't tell Pete to stay.
Vegas has to go through that process on his own. He has to choose it for himself.
Well, if Vegas does soften, if Pete does change him, if he brings out the good side of Vegas, is it all BS? Can something like that not happen ever?
It would be unrealistic.
Okay.
It would be very unrealistic. Even with your example of religious cults, if someone is in a religious cult, they still have to go through a whole bunch of deprogramming when they leave that religious cult. They have to go through a psychological deprogramming of all the stuff that was like they were taught and have to unlearn that. So it's never just like, oh, I'm out. So,
Yeah, it will take a long time for any sort of change. It's just like I base a lot. I hold a lot of stock in kindness. I'm just like, if you're nice to people, they'll be nice back. I don't like this worldview crumbling,
No, I'm nice to people and people are still dicks to me. So I know kindness doesn't do anything, but I'm kind for my own sake.
Because I have all these interconnected ways of the world and thinking, and I'm like, dialogue, kindness, trying to be understanding, empathy. That's how we make progress in terms of trying to make change. And like, not that that's the only thing, but that's how I hope to be able to enact some sort of change. Like, it's a big theme in the work I do. Maybe it is naive. Well, I think, okay, whatever. People change their minds through different various ways. Maybe kindness is just one of them. Maybe it doesn't work on other people. I've resolved it. There we go.
It's just in this situation, in this dangerous situation, and it's a dangerous situation for Pete.
Yeah. This situation is like playing with fire. You're safer if you step away from the fire instead of trying to put it out.
Now, extrapolating this situation on the world at hand is problematic in and of itself.
Well, I don't need to do that. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, nothing is a blank statement. There's still so much for me to figure. Okay. Alright, we've gone through that. We can keep watching. He's like, how did you...
Look at him, he can barely walk!
Well, he can barely escape, I guess. Maybe he was just like, I can't escape. I'm not up for it. Let me try and quell the beast. Beauty and the Beast. Is Beauty and the Beast toxic? I don't even know. Hedgehog died. That was quick. That's sad. He didn't even get a chance to do anything.
He didn't even get a chance to run around and collect those rings.
Oh. He didn't have enough rings left. Why does a hedgehog have to die for character development? At least this hedgehog died for something. For Vegas's tears. Press died for nothing. I'm so sad that we don't get to see the hedgehog anymore. It was like one of the highlights of the show. Come on, hedgehog, get out of there. Okay, no, it's dead. Alright. Okay. Vegas's sex bedroom dungeon is an aesthetic. Got very interesting words. Oh, the hedgehog's like 100 years old. Oh wait, there's many hedgehogs that died.
His name was Sonic, you bastard!
Oh. Vegas didn't even choose his pet. His dad gave him hedgehogs. He's like, I know you're sensitive on the inside.
I gotta imagine him. He doesn't even know the hedgehog name. Hey, you! How are you doing? Oh, it's so great to see you.
Macau's shit. Macau left me. What did Macau do?
But you need all major and minor notes for the tune to play.
Nobody wants to be a minor note. Everyone wants to be a major note.
Okay.
If y'all wanna love this toxic sad boy, it's on ya. If y'all wanna romanticize and when you wanna save him,
Stop trying to be Captain Save a Ho.
Okay, on the other hand, I think there is a fantasy where I think Vegas represents, not that we go to the lengths that Vegas has, but Vegas represents like the emo inside all of us, and we just want a Pete to stick with us, right? Not that anyone's done anything as bad as Vegas has.
Is this like this one of the things that you're like everyone, red as me, once has this emo inside of us? Actually, no, I don't have an emo inside of us.
But you know, the things he says, why was I born in this family? Hate my life, all that stuff. Let's just keep watching.
Wait a minute, are you identifying with Vegas? Are you just say you're identifying with Vegas now and just bring?
I'm just like extracting all the possible romantic fantasies that come out of this, and one of them is having a Pete to stay by your side, no matter how broken you are. And like Vegas is obviously an extreme. Like nobody is. I mean, not everybody, not hardly anyone is as broken as Vegas. But when you feel shitty about yourself, you feel shitty, right? It's like. Taken to such a length where you're like, how could anybody love me? And when you have this person who's so unlovable be loved by Pete, you're like, oh wait, you know, that's really nice to have someone see that bad part of you but still accept you. And so like maybe part of the romantic fantasy here isn't necessarily that we love Vegas, but that Pete can love anybody no matter how much you hate yourself, right? Right. Okay. Let's just.
I mean, that sounds very specific, but okay.
Is it specific? I just feel like it's a specific. It's just like a situation or like a set of feelings that, you know, I assume is universally identifiable. People have their ups and downs, and when you're in your down, you feel unlovable, and you're like, wow. I have no job. All I do is run a YouTube channel. Why would anyone love me?
There we go. We just.
Why would anybody love me, huh? And Pete's like,
I'm done.
Pete's like, you only have, you know, so-and-so subscribers, but that's okay. You know? I'm here for ya. You might be failing at everything, but I see through all this. And I'm here for ya. Don't beat yourself up about it, metaphorically. So, thank you, Pete. Thank you for giving us hope.
My heart.
That's what it is.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Yeah. Okay. Pete's valid. It's valid. People want Pete.
Okay, thank you. This dude can barely walk, let alone suck a dick right now.
Right.
He is. This lighting is beautiful, though. I'm into it.
I'm suffering on the outside. I have bruises. I'm still healing.
Oh, Peter. It's no fun if you don't give in.
Okay.
Okay. This music is fun.
It's very like Nightmare on Elm Street, though.
Do, 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 do. Okay, the pants are off. Oh. Oh, there's a peach. Oh, okay. We're going straight for very things that I don't know about.
Okay. Well, at least there's some consent there.
Yeah, that's great. That is superb. He's still hurt and bandaged though.
Yeah. Oh, at least they showed safe sex. I
รู้
don't.
เรื่องความสะอาดและความ
That's
ปลอด
good.
ภัย
This music is scary though. I'm very scared.
Okay. Wow, they do it like that? This is like becoming somewhat of an educational experience for me.
We have all those endorphins and stuff like that going on. Your pain tolerance is up. That's why, let's say, if you were getting rug burn or whatever, it doesn't hurt until after you're done, and then all the endorphins are gone. Then you're like, "Oh, ouch, that hurts." So
This is like becoming somewhat of an educational experience for me.
I don't know what to think. Pete's horny. Fair enough. Okay. Good on it.
Pete's horny. Vegas horny. Horniness all around.
They're in grief. You know, Sonic just died, so
Grief makes people horny.
we'll process grief in different ways. Yes. There's so many fantasies. The bad boy fantasy, I guess, is one of them. You're like, ooh, I'm with someone dangerous. How fun. Yeah.
I get that.
I mean, I get it to the extent that this bad boy treats everybody bad except you. Because that means you're special. But other than that, I don't know. Porsche, why didn't you apply to your university? Porsche is in the mafia world because we have such a big debt. I can't afford to go to university, so I need to work as well. He's forgiven Kin. Okay. And they're selling bread again. I could use
I
some
want
bread.
some of that bread.
Yeah, it looks so soft. It looks so soft.
Oh my God, they're eating carbs. No, I'm just kidding.
Happy Pride.
No. We don't have carbs until July, okay? I want bread.
I'm just hungry. I mean, that bread looks like cake. I want cake
I
bread.
know. You want cake bread or you just want cakes?
I'm just seeing Pete's cakes. No, actually, sultana bread sucks. Unless you toast it with butter. Huh.
The mob is mobile, I can run my empire from anywhere.
He just says that, and then he's got bodyguards in the wait to bring him stuff. It's all thanks to this
I
bread.
love this shot. This is the best shot of the series. Look at the bread that brought them together.
Yay! Everyone's cooking. That's so cute.
ไม่เป็นไรไม่เป็นไรไม่ต้องเกรงใจกู
He's like, us bottoms should stick together.
Okay, first of all, I believe Porsche is verse, okay?
We've not seen any evidence.
แฟนมึงนะเว้ยคนที่ยอมทำทุกอย่างเนี่ยเพื่อมึง
He's willing to do anything,
also-
like blackmail me and my uncle.
ไม่เลิกรักง่ายๆหรอก
Also,
I also love that the other mafia people like cook and like do average everyday stuff.
yeah.
I love cooking.
You're like, oh, cooking is my weakness. Now they're softened up because I can see them cook.
Okay, so
You're like, wow, they're so human. It's humanized them.
do not come for me in my love of any food in BL. Okay.
You're just like, wow, they're human. They're not these rich snobs.
Like, if Vegas was cooking something, I'd probably be like, he's not that bad. Just kidding. No, he's.
สัตว์เอ้ยมึงอะไปล้างมึงไปล้างจานไอ้เหี้ย
This is what happens when two tops get in. Everybody wants to take over and be in charge. Just
มึงก็โชคดีนะ
some of them are really good.
He's like, time doesn't love me.
เปล่าเลย
Oh.
ไม่ได้เป็นแบบนั้นหรอก
He's like, okay, I don't have time to get into this right now.
กูจับโคตรแน่นเลย แต่ว่าตอนนี้พวกกูก็ออกจากวงการมา
What? Oh, right now. Right now you're not being mafias, but
Right. But every time you try to get out, they keep pulling me back in.
มึงทำไม่
It's
ได้
it's a quote.
oh.
แค่นี้
นี่คือรูปของคนที่ขับรถชนพ่อแม่แก
Really? You felt like you needed to do this right now?
มาหาผมถึงที่นี่เพราะว่าเรื่องแค่นี้แหละครับ
Porsche does not buy it. That's new. Oh, they're like, go get your revenge.
แกจะเอาไปทำอะไร
Wow.
No, don't do it. Don't do it, Porsche. Let it go.
He's-
Let it go.
I didn't see Porsche as a revenge type, right? I don't know. You do what you want.
Because if Porsche goes and kills the guy or confronts the guy, then he'll be in the family's debt.
Korn definitely set up something. He... What? There's no... Is there any point? I don't know. I'm very confused about the intentions.
I mean, honestly, I would be upset too, but it doesn't bring your parents back.
I just want to know what the big picture is for Korn. You weren't gonna check if he had grandkids before you wanted to shoot him?
So, and then you'll be just like,
I'm so confused. Korn knows that he has grandkids and he's like, see, you can't kill him. She's a plant. She's an actress. Okay, so people who don't want children or grandkids deserve to die then, huh? Huh? What is this show
he also
say?
has.
If I choose to grow up and live with, what, 10 cats? It means I deserve to get shot?
No, your cats need you.
I mean, it was an accident, right? It's not like he intentionally killed your parents. That would be different.
I probably I wouldn't want to kill them. I'd probably, if at the most, confront him. But I mean, also like I don't
know. Look, I don't know. I'm not gonna yuck your revenge. So
That's that.
revenge is personal for everybody.
I just want to say, kind of like that whole thing right there. Now this is ending. It's kind of like, okay. Like, I don't want to say it's anticlimactic, but it's just like kind of fizzle. I thought it was going to be something bigger than what it was, and now it's just like, okay.
I think everything is gonna lead up to something. I think Korn is meticulously putting little seeds into Porsche's mind. I don't think the little girl coming out then was an accident. Something's up. I think Korn's just very suspicious. Like, why would you give him this information at this point? Because we know he's a chess master. So he's planned everything.
And he's still alive for a reason in this story because... No.
We know.
It's gonna be a secret.
We know. It's gonna be a secret. There's still something you haven't told him, for sure. What's the secret? What's gonna break them apart? Oh my god, what's going on? Porsche, is this Porsche's out period? Porsche's villain origin story.
Yeah, villain origin story. Oh, look at him.
What? This is so fun. This is so fun now that he's become a rebel. Oh, he's like, here's some pills. Just for you. Oh, hi, Kim.
Oh.
Kim, why are you bashing his friends? I don't get what's going on, Kim. Why are you here? He's just getting drunk and doing drugs.
You don't care?
I can't take this new style seriously.
It's because he's trying to be something he's not.
I hope those taste good.
I didn't get a chance to taste them when I was in Thailand. I was like, I don't want to, but then I was like, oh, I want to now. But I left.
We need to normalize insect eating. Eventually, for the sake of the planet. One day. I know I'm saying that, but I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. At least...
I mean, honestly, it's the things that we eat is cultural in the way that we are conditioned to eat this and that and the other.
I know... I don't know. Maybe not a cockroach, but maybe a worm? Oh, it's Uncle. It's Mr. Uncle. What's his name again? It's the ghost of Uncle. Why is Uncle here?
กูแค่อยากฝากความคิดถึงไปให้กรมันนะนี่มึงยังไม่รู้เหรอเนี่ยฮะ
He got paid by corn. Right?
Yeah.
กูรู้ว่ามึงไม่ใช่คนฉลาด แต่กูก็ไม่คิดว่ามึงแม่งจะโง่ขนาดนี้ว่ะ
Oh. Now you're making me feel as unclever as Porsche. Because I have no idea what's going on.
กูยังเห็นมึงเป็นหลานอยู่นะแล้วกูก็เป็นห่วงมึงมากไอ้ตระกูลเฮียเนี่ยแม่งไว้ใจไม่ได้สักคนหนึ่ง
Hurry up before Kin comes back from the bathroom.
ถ้ามึงอยากจะรู้อะไรเยอะกว่านี้นะทำให้กู5 ล้านแล้วกูจบเลย
Oh, okay. That was Korn with his family, right?
Yeah. So the whole thing about him, oh, my friend was drunk driving and I didn't know ahead of time, and so I just covered it up before I knew, was bullshit.
What does Korn knowing them?
I feel better about what I said earlier about like this kind of feels anticlimactic with the ending of the family stuff there because it's not the end. So he knows something more.
I know I said this before, but I do like the mystery and I hope it does pay off. Korn knowing Porsche's family. I wonder what that could mean. Like,
so basically everything what Korn said earlier was a lie. He just covered up for his friend before he even knew it was you. And then he found out what you... I think Korn has been keeping tabs on him since their parents died. And he's always been there. So I think that's something else. And so I'm glad the intrigue is back a little bit. So yeah, it was just a lie. It was just a lie. A lie.
I don't know. I can't imagine what is going on. I'm guessing Kin doesn't even know, but I like that Porsche is now distrustful again, but I don't trust in Investigator Porsche. So I hope Kim helps out. I'm not sure. Kim and Porsche are very confusing. I guess Kim went to check up on Porsche and found him self-destructing.
But I see Porsche self-destructing because he got his heart broken. And so that's why he didn't go into college, and he, at the nightclub, changes to, you know, when you go through a breakup, you know, new hairstyle, new me, who this. But even with all that, and he's going to the self-destructive, and then to have Kim come in, it's like, well, I'm being self-destructive because, and he wasn't able to articulate this because you broke my heart. Why are you here? You know, let me just die if you're not in my life. Which is really like Romeo and Juliet toxic type shit. But I get that.
Is it toxic? I get it. I get
it.
it. Because it's like, you don't care about me, so leave. Like, I would hate it. I would hate it if someone was still checking in if they decided to make me unhappy. I'm like, you're the cause of my pain. Why rub it in? I don't necessarily think that situation was super dangerous. Like, I assume they were his friends.
Mixing and matching drugs and alcohol is always, you know, play and stuff like that. So I guess, you know, that's that. But also with everybody else being fucked up, if you're really fucked up, how's someone else who's really drunk and high going to look after somebody else who's like overdosing or whatever? So
yeah, he's a bit of a baby, so
yeah. So Pete in Vegas.
What do you want to say about Pete in Vegas? Because I have no idea what to say. I mean, they had dungeon sex because they were grieving.
Thrust.
It was great cinematography, I guess. Like that was very pretty. All the lights and the angles and the close-ups and framing.
I'm not going to beat a dead horse. Like I've already said it in like the last episode of when we went over like 11 and stuff like that, and I said what I had said during the meat of this. So like it is whatever. It is what it is. Just like they're having dungeon sex and they're starting to make a relationship and stuff like that. If this was real, I wouldn't advise of that. If it's that aspect of a fantasy in which you can change someone, I think that's a dangerous fantasy for anyone to have in their personal life. And that's the problem with having fantasies, because sometimes our fantasies get into like, we start playing on them in real life. And doing that, our fantasies all of a sudden become goals, and that's bad. Just watch out for that. But I was afraid halfway through that with the end of that family stuff, that it was like, we've led all the way up to this and this is the end, but now it's like pick back up.
Yeah, I think the thing about fantasies is just knowing when a realistic goal or not, and so it's hard because sometimes shows don't educate you on what is realistic.
The problem is that sometimes like normal people who went through traumatic stuff, you can go through traumatic stuff even with normal people, and you don't have to be in the mafia. And these people will use their partner as their therapist, as their person to take care of them. And that's not fair to their partner. One, they're not licensed therapists. Two, to put that much weight on somebody else and to demand them to do that kind of emotional labor at a constant rate, and them not to do the work on themselves is not fair. It's just not fair. But then also, they don't have to do the long-lasting change.
Yeah, I agree. I think there are so many fantasies where men are saved by a woman in heteronormative media, and it's just like, this creates a definite fantasy for men that once they meet a woman who understands them, that they'll be validated and happy.
But also on the flip side, that creates a fantasy for women that, okay, as long as he loves him enough, then they can change him. A fixer-upper. Like, if I just love him enough, if I just do this enough, then he'll be okay. You know? But then that also gets into the point where you start to get like, okay, he acted this way, he acted out, he was violent, or he was doing all of this because of what I did. And that's not cool. That is not cool. Well, if I can do this, that'll make him better. But if he does wrong, then it's also my blame. He's like, everything starts and ends with them without saying, okay, that other person is responsible for their own actions.
I don't think it's as obvious and as clear and sexual assault situation for me just to know what to say about it. And
yeah, I don't know, maybe because it's so evident to me.
Yeah, okay.
And it's so evident to me that it's like,
you can see
the sky's blue.
You can see the
like the sky's blue,
right? You can see the repercussions and the flow-on effects and the impact on society and stuff like that. I think I'm still in the fog about it. R.I.P. Sonic.
We barely knew.
When the directors, or when they said, whoever said, like, the deaths are significant in KinnPorsche and they will hit you, you know. I feel like Sonic was the most important one so far.
It's the most pivotal. Like, it seriously is the most pivotal death.
It was the catalyst
so far
for Pete and Vegas to become a thing. You know, to one's death, nothing happened. Big's death, nothing happened. Perth's death.
Perth's death.
There's a head on the desk. Oh. What do they even do with Perth's head? Like, where does it go? In the trash can? Like, do they bury it? Like, send it to the parents? Like, okay, I didn't even know.
But a hedgehog dies, and he didn't even know its name. Everybody was dying around him, so why give it a name? You know, because if you give it a name, you'll get more attached to it.
I'm just thinking like how much we thought that it was a sex hedgehog, that it was always just a pet.
Okay, first of all, my vindication is that there were a lot of hedgehogs. Okay, so and they all died. And so he was just the last one.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Korn's master plan. I really hope that the payoff for all this mystery is going to be interesting. Well, thank you everyone for watching our reaction for this episode of KinnPorsche. Let us know your thoughts. Always happy to read your comments. And please support this video by leaving it a like. Support this channel by subscribing to us. And we shall see you next week for another episode. And follow us on Twitter.
Follow us on Twitter. And see you next week.
See you next week. Bye, everyone.
Thrust.
Later.
Thrust.